Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to show you how to customize your MP5K and fit a solid stock. First of all, you need to remove the tabs at the back of the gun's receiver. Then you'll notice on MP5A5s the stock would sit over the receiver, whereas on the MP5K you can't do this as it has a larger body. So we're going to have to customize it to fit. What you're going to need to do is take your MP5 stock, this is a cyma one, and I'm making it fit a Galaxy MP5K, and you're going to have to sand down all of the internal sections of the stock and a bit of the base. These little tabs that sit on the inside of the stock need to almost be sanded flush, and you need to keep obviously test fitting it until it will eventually fit over the receiver. Once you've done that, you know, it's a lot of fiddling, but you've eventually got a decent fit. You're going to have to find a way to join the two parts together. And the solution I came up with is actually a kitchen cabinet hinge. These join the baseboards to the sideboards, and they're made out of a high quality plastic. And they're pretty much the perfect size. They require a bit of modification, but nothing too taxing. So the body pins don't fit in them straight away, so you're going to need to drill them out and make them a bit larger. The tab also isn't quite big enough to fit in the back of the receiver, so you're going to need to sand down the face of it just to make it a bit thinner. You're also going to have to cut a little notch out halfway along the tab for this lip at the base of the receiver, so it can still sit flush. Okay, so this is mine after I've sanded it and cut a little groove out, and it fits fairly nicely. It's quite a tight fit, which is good. You don't want it to wobble, and like I said, it's pretty much made for this. It's the perfect size. And it's made of high quality plastic, so it's very rigid and strong. So as you can see, you can now fit the body pin through that. Now I drilled the holes out, and that effectively gives you a tab at the back of the receiver for you to join your new stock to. So put the stock back on, and as you can see, the distance between the two holes is pretty much spot on. Just take your receiver pin and put it in the back of the receiver and into the stock, and then it will join the two sections together. Now we've fitted the stock, I'm going to show you how to rear wire the gun as well. I've done it in a way that I can remove it if I ever wanted to go back to standard MP5K. So I'm just going to connect a cable to the existing battery connection and run it along where the battery would sit. So I'm using some cable that I bought off eBay. It's designed for radio control cars and planes and that sort of stuff. It's 16 gauge. And I've also bought some mini tamiya connectors. So I'm just going to create my own cables to length. You basically feed the little connector onto the end of it and then push it into the tamiya block. And there we go. So we now have basically a patch cable that will run from the existing connector into the stock where I can connect the new batteries. So yeah, I'm just going to feed the cable down where the battery would live. You might have to lift the end of the receiver up to get it to go all the way through, but those two bits separate, so that's not a problem. And then just connect it up, and it would work just like the normal one would. Now for the RAS kit on mine, I just bought these off eBay. They're just made of some sort of plastic. They're not particularly great quality, but they're relatively cheap, and they just give it a slightly more tactical look. Also allows you to add accessories like torches and things like that if you want to. Now they just clip on using the front body pin, and also some small Allen key nuts and bolts at various points through the conversion kit. Like I said, this is very cheap off eBay. I think it was only like 16 quid or something. And there you go, that's it fitted. And we now have the cable through the back. One thing you'll need to do is add a rear body pin to stop those two parts coming away, the top section and the lower receiver. What I've also done is used another of the cabinet lugs to make another lug, and that just stops the stock moving up and down, you know, makes it a bit more rigid, so it can't rotate just on the single axis. Obviously this will depend, you know, how much you've sanded it as to what fit you can get, but now that makes it a lot more solid. And then we'll just feed the cable into the stock. And there we go, job done. Now if you want to kit your gun out with a few accessories, I had a hand stop. This is off an M4 style front hand stop, and you normally then get little clips that would clip over the RS rail. I'm just using the end part of this and actually running it backwards as like a thumb stop. And then also you can add a red dot and high caps, you know, whatever you want, just to create the look you're going for. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please feel free to check us out on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Thanks very much.